It's a new day. This is CBS 12 News This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Thank you so much for waking up dark and early with us here on CBS 12 News This Morning. I'm Matt Lincoln.
And I'm Stephanie Valderrama in for Sam Kerrigan. We're starting the morning here with storm track meteorologist Lauren Lesky.
And Erin.
Yeah, very good, Matt.
And Erin.
Look at you and your gestures. Yeah, Cat 2, so it's been slowly weakening. Might try to go to Cat 3 briefly. At this point, though, you know, we're not going to deal with any changes in terms of the impacts. Really rough beach conditions up and down the entire United States. They're going to be worse probably across parts of the mid-Atlantic states. There's tropical alerts in place for the Outer Banks of North Carolina, Virginia. So it's a coastal event for pretty much everyone.
And the good news is what's coming behind it is not as much of a possible threat then as we were talking about yesterday.
Yeah, so the storm that's directly behind Erin, and we're going to talk about it throughout the morning, is likely going to just curve out to sea.
Great.
So we're in good shape for Florida. Let's look right now at the latest on Erin. So we've got a Category 2 hurricane right now. Winds are at 100 miles per hour, so it's been weakening over the past few days. Again, it might re-strengthen back to a Cat 3 briefly by tomorrow, but this is going to continue to move out to sea, becoming a post-tropical system by the weekend. Remaining off the coast, but remember the wind field is incredibly large, so that's why we're going to be dealing with some of those impacts up and down the eastern coast of the United States. We are now sort of on the backside of Erin since the storm itself is off to our northeast. So we're dealing with more of a northwest wind today, some of that wraparound moisture. So we're seeing a few showers off the coastline for us this morning. We will see the chance of a little bit of rain as we go through the day today, not a ton, but the rain is essentially moving in a different direction. But a few little brief downpours are going to be possible. It's also incredibly hot out there today. Temps quickly warming, near 93 degrees in Delray Beach by noon. We do have a heat advisory in effect for Broward, for Palm Beach County, and that also includes Broward and Miami-Dade County. So again, mostly just a coastal event that we're going to be dealing with Erin. Now I want to bring in our Victoria DeCardenas. She's got a look at some of the intense wave activity that's been going on across parts of the coastal Carolinas. Victoria?
Yeah, thanks, Lauren. While Erin's impacts are already being felt, this video just into our newsroom shows that beach water rushing in. This is in the Outer Banks. Check out this drone video. This is from Rodanthe, North Carolina. That strong surf coming in. You see those houses on stilts right on the beach as that water is rushing in. Now this video is from the Outer Banks. Another view of it. This is a motel that's right on the beach, that ocean water rushing in. All this as they prep for the storm. This isn't even the storm as of yet. And like Lauren said, all week, they should start feeling those impacts today. And then this 96-year-old motel owner says she's not leaving.
We're getting water over now and it's not even high tide. So I expect it to come through here at high tide today. And we have to take it because, I mean, there's nothing else we can do.
Well, Carol has been there since 1955. She says she's done everything she can to prep for the storm. She's been there for every storm. Obviously, that is something we do not recommend. Always follow local guidelines and evacuation orders. And I'll leave you with this satellite image of Hurricane Erin. I'll be tracking this storm alongside Lauren all morning long. Guys.
High swells hit along the North Carolina coast tonight as Hurricane Erin passes by.
News 12's Elena Laster joins us live now in North Topsail Beach with a look at how things are going there. And Elena, what are you seeing?
Abby, conditions really have changed in the past couple hours here. If you take a look this way, the dunes are all the way over here. Just a few hours ago, the waves were all the way up to that line that you can kind of see in the ground there. And now the waves are well past down in the water. The water is way down here. That swell has really slowed down. But the one thing to remember when it comes to these conditions is that we're not the only ones being impacted.
So yeah, we do lose some nests, but it's all part of Mother Nature.
Hurricane Erin has reached about 245 miles southeast from the North Carolina coast, and the impact is visible. But the high swells are not only causing flooding, they're also washing out turtle nests.
Even though they're in their shells, they're porous and they breathe through that shell. So when water comes in, it stops that process.
Before Erin's impact, Marie Palmer says they had 18 nests left along her 6-mile stretch of beach.
and on Wednesday, one made it out just in time.
So the turtles typically are supposed to lay on the dunes, but they don't. We have a lot of what's called escarpment, where it's been eroded out and it goes straight up.
She says this makes it hard for the turtles to reach the top of the dunes, causing them to lay their eggs along the edge instead.
About one of these a year. Even if we're not directly getting hit, it's the high tides that are a problem.
The dunes have held steady throughout the afternoon, keeping water off the road, but the swell brings that water right up to the edge. Palmer says if you find a nest in distress, you should leave it alone and give them a call.
Please call us. We always come out.
As she said, it's really important to leave those turtle nests alone, but you can take a look behind me here and see that we've made it back to the waves. Like I said earlier today, these swells were all the way up to the dunes, and now the dunes aren't even in my line of sight because of how dark it is. But if you come across a turtle nest and need to give Topsail Turtle Patrol a call, you can find that phone number on our website. Live in North Topsail Beach, I'm Elena Laster.
Busy across the Atlantic Basin right now. We could see our next depression forming right here. Maybe this weekend. Of course, we've got Erin. We'll look at that in a second. We've got this wave in the central Atlantic. This now going to be curving and essentially moving north. The high pressure ridge breaking down, weakening a bit, allowing that to happen. So that is no threat to us. And then this area here, about a 40% chance of development through the next 2 to 7 days. This actually might become a short-lived depression, maybe also this weekend. But as it continues west, it's going to run into an area really unfavorable for further development. High wind shear, dry air, so nothing that we would need to be concerned with. So as of right now, there are no tropical threats to us in Florida. Erin is a Category 2 hurricane with winds at 105 miles per hour. It will continue to quickly move off towards the north-northeast. Right now, it's moving at 17 miles per hour. It is following essentially and moving parallel to the coastline of the United States, but because its wind field is incredibly large, it is still bringing impacts to the coastline. Tropical storm warnings are still in effect right now from the coast of central North Carolina all the way up towards the central coast there of New Jersey. Really rough beach conditions have been going on up and down the eastern United States, and that'll continue for the next couple of days. So remember, Erin peaked at a Category 5. The next name on our list is Fernand and then Gabrielle. Hurricane season, as we know, runs until November 30th. The peak day of hurricane season is right around September 10th. This is mid-August right here, which is where we are. So mid-August to mid-October is the busiest time of hurricane season. We are